So I'm back with another book cover ranked video, with this time being with the Song of Ice and Fire series. This one should be a lot shorter than the one I did with the Harry Potter series. There's a lot more going on with those covers than these ones. The books that I have for A Song of Ice and Fire are the Game of Thrones editions, which really only have a color, a logo in the middle, and a stripe at the top. But I still thought it would be interesting to rank them just to see if they differ from how I ranked them story-wise. So, the cover that is in last place for me is A Clash of Kings. For me, what it comes down to is the color. I'm not a huge fan of that orangish, brownish look with the red stripe. I'm not a huge fan. Although this color does fit this book, because when I see this color, it reminds me of King's Landing and Pentos, which this book definitely dives into, and has the cool crown, which represents the war with the 5 kings. But ultimately, this one is in last place for me. When I set them all out, this color was my least favorite out of them all, and the crown and red stripe does not save it. Now at number 4, I got A Game of Thrones. I genuinely liked this cover, especially with the dagger. That dagger was so pivotal in that story and really set off everything that came in that book and the future books. Also, I love the color blue, so that's enough to put it past Clash of Kings right there. But what really hurts this one is the brown stripe at the top. If this cover instead of the brown stripe had like a white marble, kind of like the Dance of Dragons cover, or just a white, I really think this would be near the top of my list. The brown stripe just hurts it, which sucks because this is such a good cover, especially with the color blue. It works so well for this book because blue reminds me of snow and ice, which reminds me of Winterfell, which out of all of the books, the first book has the biggest presence of Winterfell. Now at number 3, Feast for Crows. I chose this over A Game of Thrones for 2 reasons. I really like the red cover with the goblet, which is probably the one, no spoilers, that had something lethal in it. Also, I think the green just fits the red a lot better than the brown does with the blue. Now at number 2, I got A Storm of Swords. When I first got this series, I looked at all the books, and that one always had my attention because of the color green and that badass looking helm. Just that helm alone makes it jump past Feast, but also the stripe actually works so well with the green. Out of them all that have been ranked so far, I think this book blends with all the colors the best by far than any of the others, but not as good as number 1. A Dance of Dragons. The color of the logo, the goldish stripe, and the white marble background blends together so well. The logo in the middle is also the best, with actually having a feel of it. It's not just printed on, and it has a burn mark on the left side, just adding to the cover. Also, the different color lettering is such a cool touch, and one that is missing on the rest of them. Honestly, this cover just feels like it was given more attention and love. None of them have different color letters and a logo that's not just printed on. All of that is why it's number 1. And honestly too, you strip everything away and just have the background color, I think this still wins. I think the white marble is such a good look. So there it is. That is the list. Hopefully some of you agree with it. But I'm just glad that it doesn't look similar to my story rankings, because that would have been a problem. Anyways, if you've watched this far, let me know your rankings. Peace.